Hey everyone, this is Rhydons here, and today we have another LBA battle, and this match is against Rhydons, aka my best friend in real life, aka the person I've actually battled first when I joined the LBA. I joined last season when someone dropped out of the league, so they gave me his place. I renamed the team to Capron Litwix, and I made some changes to his team, and we actually managed to win the championship. Now, in that season, we won exactly 11 times, and we moved on to the season. We have never been defeated before. We moved on to the season, and we won 7 battles so far. This time, we battle the guy we started our streak with, which is Ab, my best friend, like I just said. And his team is actually really scary because he has Mega Venusaur, and what I'm scared mostly of is that I'm unsure of which moves should I bring. Like, there are a lot of decisions to make. Like, you could bring a normal Latios with Calm Mind and then Magnezone would wall you in a way. Well, not really, but I slapped Earthquake because I thought this would be a great idea. He does have this Latias. Now, I postponed this battle because my grandfather died, and at that time I had Klefki, but unfortunately I traded it. I really needed Klefki against him, but he also had Gyarados and luckily Twin. So here we have some highlights from last season's battle. This was the super highlight of the battle since I substitute against his Cresselia, which wasn't the biggest threat against my team rather than the Scrafty itself. So the Dragon Dance baited out the Scrafty just as I wanted, and then I smacked it with Superpower. I don't have Stonage or anything, I just had Superpower, and I managed to hit the Scrafty with a Superpower and get rid of it, and this was the highlight of the battle. The Scrafty actually survived, but in the end it died to the other Superpower. So right now, our battle versus my best friend. As you can see from his team, he did not bring Espeon or Magnezone, which means I wasted 2 moves, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, I do have 3 answers to Mega Venusaur in the form of Arcanine with Life Orb, Latias with Psyshock, and Crawdaunt with Crunch. These are the stuff I'm gonna do against Venusaur. I do have also Taunt Umbreon with Snarl just to stop it in case it wanted to Baton Pass with Venomoth. But he didn't bring Venomoth, which really threw me off. I had a lot of plans to that Venomoth because he likes to Quiver Dance Baton Pass to his Venusaur, and the best answer to that is Talonflame. Unfortunately, Talonflame does not exist in my team, so he leads off with his this thing. So I didn't expect his lead. I usually run Fake Out with normal Gym and Acrobatics for Venusaur, but I decided to run Scarf because I wanted to kill potential Espeon lead. So go for a U-turn, go into my Latias, predicting a Sludge Bomb, but he goes for Leech Seed. I really didn't see Leech Seed coming because I know my friend, he's Ab. He usually runs max HP, max special attack Mega Venusaur with 3 attacks and Synthesis. But this time he brought a defensive one based on the U-turn damage. So I decided to switch out into Skarmory, predicting if he was going to go for... I actually forgot what I had in mind. Yeah, if he decided to set up, I figured he might set up something like Curse because he brought Leech Seed, which was weird. And then I switched out because if he had HP Fire, Umbreon will be most suited to go for HP Fire. But he switches into Flygon because Flygon probably has Flamethrower and Defog from my rocks. So go for Foul Play as he brings in Swampert. Unfortunately, I didn't know that Umbreon outsped Swampert. I thought Swampert had base speed 80, but turns out it has 60, so I outsped. I did have Taunt to stop him from setting up the rocks, but I thought I was slower and I was like, what's the point of going for Taunt? Unfortunately, like I said, I do have speed. It was a big surprise to me because I thought Umbreon was like the slowest thing of all time. And then he goes into his Gregon. As I go for this foul play, I do get a crit, which is nice, but it didn't affect this battle at all. So he decided to switch out, so I'm just clicking foul plays. As he goes into Venusaur again, we did see the Sleep Powder, which will trouble me a lot because I was planning to bring Safety Goggles to Garchomp, but I decided not to since he has Weavile. So I can hurt Weavile on the switch, but Star Dance will be without use, and I can't beat Venusaur without Star Dance. So I go for a Taunt on this Venusaur, even though I'm slower, just to switch in Latias safely. And he actually makes the double going into Soulmate. Either he wants to get rid of his Taunt, or he caught me on... he predicted Latias to come in. So at this point I figured, well, he was most likely Scarf, since Scarf with Trick is very good against my team. So I go into Skarmory, hoping he would trick me, the Choice Scarf. But he actually goes for Draco, and that's fine because Draco does 55% to Skarmory. Just kidding, this does way much more. because obviously his specs, so this is shown to us. Goes for another Draco. I really don't want to switch out. I figured he'd overpredict or something, I don't know why, but at the same time, Scout Memory was so low, I couldn't roost against anything outside of Scofagricus, and Scofagricus is that one Pokemon you don't want to do nothing against, because he has Calm Mind, Trick Room, and all of these sweeping capabilities. So I go into Latias knowing that he's at -2, he will not stay in. I Mega Evolve, go for Dragon Pulse. Turns out this Flygon isn't Scarf, so he hits the Berry, and even if he was at a better health from without the Foul Play crit, he would have died to the next Dragon Pulse anyways. So this Dragon Pulse just finishes Flygon. So Flygon goes down without doing anything, as he will send in his Dramatic, the Weavile. Now, I can't live an Ice Punch from this range, but I can definitely live a Knockoff, but I figured he would go for Ice Punch. So I switched out, and I went into my Umbreon, as he goes for actually for Knockoff, predicting me to switch, which was the correct play on his part. Now, I know Low Kick doesn't kill Umbreon from this range, so I was comfortable to stay in and Moonlight, to Life Orb stall him a little bit and also encourage him to switch out. But he actually brought Brick Break, which I think it's way stronger than Low Kick against Umbreon. So this Brick Break does a lot of damage. I go into Giacidao because I'm Choice Scarf. I just click U-turn because U-turn would kill this thing, and it would give me switch initiative. He goes into his Hist, knowing that he's physically defensive and he can take any hit I have. So U-turn, I have nothing to switch in. I was really caught off guard when he brought physically defensive. And I do have Psyshock. The reason I have Psyshock over Psychic, even though Psychic hits his team way better, because I predicted Quiver Dance Baton Pass from Venomon. So I'll go for Psyshock. Venusaur obviously lives that. I'm not invested in special attack except for like 60 EVs. He goes for a Sleep Powder, and Sleep Powder unfortunately puts me to sleep, obviously. And I have to switch out Latias because I can't let it die just yet. Going to Manju, the Arcanine, as he decides to... I'm not sure yet. Yes, he decides to Synthesis just to remain in a healthy shape. And he does get that off. Now, I go for Will-O-Wisp. I want to actually... because every move from my 3 physical attackers, or 2 physical attackers and Latias, does around 50, but it's a roll. So Will-O-Wisp just guarantee me that everything will be a 2-hit KO. So Will-O-Wisp was my priority over going for Flare Blitz and him using Synthesis. But he goes into Cheeks, the Swampert. I said to switch out, go into my Latias, because this is my only opportunity to wake up. Nothing on his team will let me wake up. So he goes for Earthquake, and here my friend makes a great misplay as he decides to go for the KO against Latias. Even he himself knows how bulky it is. I don't know why he made this misplay. He gave me 2 opportunities to wake up right now. So he goes for Ice Punch, and this Ice Punch doesn't do even... It's not even a 2-hit KO from this range. So I'm trying to wake up and roost because I really need this Latias for Venusaur. I'm trying so bad, and I'm like, come on Latias, you can do it. You can wake up. You can wake up. It goes into his Soulmate. I didn't go for Dragon Pulse, I went for Roost, but unfortunately I am asleep and I have no switch-ins for Draco. And this is it for Latias, unfortunately. So we're in a very, very bad position. I honestly saw my defeat. I even texted him, all hail Venusaur, our Lord and Savior. But I have nothing really for Venusaur. Especially with rocks, Arcanine can't really beat it. So going to my Giacidao, figuring that he might want to go for the KO, but since he's -2 with specs would definitely kill me, I think. So go for a knockoff, kill this thing, go for another knockoff. Could have went into Crawdaunt and tried to set up, but I know he likes to run Roar, and at the same time I don't want him to bring back Latias, since Latias actually outspeeds me even after Dragon Dance from Crawdaunt. So it's time to switch out here. Go into my Manju. I'm confident in my Arcanine that it can take Sludge Bomb. Here's a note, guys. During this entire season, Arcanine never was KO'd even once. No one managed to KO this beast. So Arcanine's sitting there. I go for Will-O-Wisp. Figured he might Synthesis stall me as I die from Flare Blitz recoil. But he gets in his Power Slave. I can't switch out because of Stealth Rocks, unfortunately. I go for Flare Blitz, and this Flare Blitz does insane damage, showing me that he's more specially defensive than physically defensive. Unfortunately, I do go down as he goes for Calm Mind. Now, usually I'd lose with my normal movesets, but I did bring Crunch Crawdaunt, and Crunch, obviously if you don't know that, knockoff is base 92 if you hit a Pokemon with an item, but if you hit a Pokemon with a Mega Evolution, it's base 60, which is pathetic, and I really can't hurt Venusaur. So I brought Jolly Crawdaunt, and this was my only hope to get the Crunch off. I was hoping he wouldn't have Giga Drain since he already revealed 3 of his moves, and Giga Drain isn't really super useful against my team. So go for Crunch, and this Crunch does more than 50. This damage is insane. It's, I think, more than the Psyshock from Latias herself. So goes for Sludge Bomb. He doesn't take Crawdown down. Let's go for Crunch, and at this point, he has Weavile, which can be KO'd by my Scarf Mianchao, and he has Latias, which can be KO'd by Knockoff. So my only hope is to go for High Jump Kick, and for some miracle, I hope this High Jump Kick really kills. This High Jump Kick carries the meaning, carries the undefeated streak of my entire team. Let's go for High Jump Kick. It is a roll for a 2-hit KO, so if he misses the Draco, I can actually there's a huge chance I'd KO him with 2 High Jump Kicks. But this is reality, and he has Psyshock, obviously, and just KOs me. And this will be the game, and this will be the end of the streak. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I am extremely sad, or this stings like let me describe that. Stings like a U-turn from a B-drill on a Cacturn with 0 defense EVs. Yes, that's how it stings. So I tried my best to contain my streak, and I honestly think my defeat was due to pre-planning. He outplanned me. He brought the right Pokemon. I didn't bring the right Pokemon. I did think I played okay in the battle. I did leave Skarmory to die. That was a bold prediction. But I honestly really expected him to catch my Umbreon with a Trick, and he did tell me that he had actually Trick on his Latias, but he didn't want to go for it. He wanted to be safe turn 1 and then go for Trick next time, because I could predict that, and I actually did predict the Trick, and he was right. So I think pre-preparation is he out-prepared against me, and unfortunately the streak ends. But Capron Litwix will be back, and we'll try to crush. And this is not the end of the world. We just lost, and this means nothing. If we continue winning, and if we continue performing the same way we're performing this season, it is simple. We will make it to the playoffs, hopefully. And yeah, see you guys next time. Despite the loss, I actually enjoyed this battle, and I enjoyed the way I lost. It was an honorable way to go down to Venusaur, because I love that thing. So yeah, see you later, guys.